I've been calling my sister by her full given name when she dead names my niece. My brother's kid came out as trans on her 21st birthday about a year ago and changed her name from Lance to Lacey. Fake names. Most of our family accepted it, and the ones who didn't weren't close anyway, except our sister Eva. We are a Native American family with a lot of creative names, and my sister's birth name is something close to Evangeline, but she decided to go by Eva after a white kid said her name was rezzed out low-class stereotypical name from an Indian reservation. She's insisted on Eva for about 35 years, and we all obliged. Now, she's regularly been calling my trans niece by her dead name Lance since she came out as trans, so I started calling her Evangeline, which she hates. The whole family caught on and have only been referring to her as Evangeline for about a year now, and she is furious every time she comes to family events. Recently she's been calling me by my full first name to bother me. My first name is a portmanteau hyphenation of my mom's for sister's name. Something like Alexiana Dorothy, but wackier. People have always called me A.D or Lexi, or my brother called me Dodo since he is a kid. I love my full first names, but it's cumbersome to use an 8-syllable name regularly. Well, my full name caught on with family and friends. Just to spite Evangeline, we have all reverted back to our full names instead of nicknames. Our dad is no longer Frank, he's Franklin. Our mom is no longer Rose, she is Rosalyn. Brother is no longer Nate, he is Nathaniel. Sil is no longer Kate, she is Catherine, etc. All fake names. This has truly driven Evangeline away, which was the plan in the first place. Lacey makes for better company, so good riddance to one crappy sister. My daughter just turned 5 and we call her Evie. When she doesn't listen, her name is Evangeline and she kinda hates it, lol, but I mean my mother did the same with my obscure native name and it works. I know it's a fake name, but I wish more people these days were named Lance. In the Middle Ages people were named Lance a lot. Wow, gotta love this. You have an awesome family. Congrats. Good family support group. Reddit has almost convinced me all family are bad. Why do people have no issues with nicknames, but they have issue when a trans kid changes their name? My grandma's name was Elizabeth, but everyone called her Babe. That's what she liked to be called, and no one had a problem with that. I know many people who go by their middle names for different reasons. That's fine and dandy. OP, your family is awesome. Except for Evangeline. I call my grandmother by the guy version of her name when she keeps on dead naming me. It isn't even because she is transphobic. My new name is a name that is considered to match my agab socially. She does it because she argues I am my father's property. You called her out by name and she claps back, but then everyone else climbs on your bandwagon in solidarity. This is how to put assholes in their place. Well freaking done. You call it petty revenge. I call it an act of love. It's nice when the full name weapon is used for good. I only got it when I was in trouble. Love it, hate transphobic people. Love that the whole family banded together and stood up for niece. Slow clap for the fam. I've seen another story where the bold family member uses a small air horn on the mean person that dead names. Blast them a few times, and they quit. What a lovely turn of events. You get to hear your full name often, and even if it is 4 syllables long, it should be enjoyed if you like hearing it, and your niece gets to enjoy her name too. I'm sure she also loves hearing the affirmation of her identity from family. This is an amazing and awesome petty revenge story. These type of feel-good stories are great to read. It is great to see the family so supportive of Lacey. This is protecting. I love it. I'm impressed that the rest of your family backed you up. That sounds fantastic. In my family of origin, everyone would be behaving like your sister. Which explains why I don't speak to them anymore. I absolutely love that Petty gets the job done. Absolutely love that Lacey has you and your family supporting her. It's refreshing to hear with all the attacks on the transgender community. That's one hell of a power move that respects everyone involved but puts the one person being disrespectful in their place. Very well done. The term rezzed out made me laugh so hard, it caught me by surprise. I live in a big Canadian city, haven't heard that in a long time now. The completeness of your family of fake names is very impressive. This isn't petty, this is genius. Your family, with the exception of Evangelina, sound like fun. Oh, this is good. My mum dead names me all the time despite hating her own given name. Thanks for the tip. I love this so much. Great family, this is wholesome. Y'all are generations of good people. This is what trans allyship looks like. Great job. As a trans individual myself, you are a freaking hero. Rock on. May all the Laces have a family member just like you. I read about someone using an air horn on a relative for the dead name offense. It cleared things up pretty quickly. This is actually pro-level revenge. It's too good to be just petty. Awesome handling of a hateful person. Well done, all of you. I love this. My parents and one aunt does this to my cousin, but we just use his name and pronouns like we have since he transitioned. That is enough to annoy them. I love my parents and see my dad basically every day, but they don't care for my cousin, which sucks. This is hilarious, even more so that the whole family caught on and kept it going. I love both the support and the passive aggressiveness your entire family is showing to the respective members. Impressed just by the creativity to come up with that many permutations of fake names to finish the post. And good on your family to use humor and good nature to make a point. Even if you were some sort of a psycho who doesn't care about respecting trans people, transphobes are just intolerably annoying. Their entire thing is to be in your face about how wrong they are. The intolerant do not deserve tolerance. Excellently done. What kind of indigenous person doesn't respect someone considered two-spirit? Congratulations on driving away someone intent to do psychological harm to your niece. This world needs more people like you in it. I love this response, and I love that your whole family joined in on this to support your niece. An indigenous individual dead naming and being a dick about it is wild. Two-spirit predates modern concepts pre-colonization. How are you gonna prefer an abbreviation nickname but not respect another individual becoming themselves? As a proud two-spirit cousin with two-spirit trans siblings, I love the fact that your family isn't letting that toxicity slide. Good for you, your niece needs the support. I have a long African name and we tend to shorten it for Americans. There's a kid I met when we were 3 before it was shortened and he has never used then short name and always says it perfectly. This reminds me is that I want to be in your family just so I can be around a group or people that says the whole name. I full-on love this. Good. Fuck people like your sister. People like her only do that shit to the LGBT community, which proves they're POS bigots. If you can't give the most basics of respect to that community, then fuck you. If she met a cis man named Robert but goes by Bob, she would not behave that way. I guarantee you she would have no problem calling him Bob. So why can't she give that same respect to a transgender person? What a wonderful display of solidarity with your niece. As for your revenge level of pettiness, perfect. Well played. We are trying to do this provincially. Premier is trying to require parental permission to call a student by anything other than their legal name. Turns out our Premier's legal name is actual Melania, she goes by Danielle. So now everyone is using her legal name to refer to her. Using fake names for the post is funny to me because this is so specific it could only be one family.